The worst thing to dig up was this stuff Granddad called bongleweed. It wound itself around everything, clinging to roots, shoots, and shrubs for dear life. Soon enough, I was in an almighty tug of war, boy against plant, and for a moment there, it really looked as if the evil bongo plant overlord might win. But I dug, and scraped, and pulled, and heaved, until all that was left was a patch of earth, and the strangest looking plant I'd ever seen. It was taller than me, and my blistered hands would have only made it halfway around the trunk, except it was hard to see the trunk because of all these long green cactus arms that draped down. "It looks like a giant upturned mop head," declared Granddad. "But green and spiky and knobbly, too." Bizarrely, he wasn't far off. Sprouting from some of the cactus arms were vivid yellow and orange tendrils like bursts of flames, and on each one of those nestled a fruit. Some were large and red and looked like they were about to burst. Others were small and green and looked new. But all of them had weird, spiky, pineapple-like leaves. They were so unlike anything I'd ever seen in our fruit bowl at home. I found myself reaching up to touch them. I noticed one of the smaller fruits had already turned red, but the tendril it was attached to was being pushed down by the weight of a few larger fruits hanging above. I gently lifted it and moved it to one side to give it some space. And as I did, I saw something even weirder. "Hey, Granddad!" I called. "It's glowing! Like those fireflies, do you remember? Dad said it was bioluminescence nonsense or something. He said some jellyfish do it too." "Bioluminescence," Granddad corrected. He peered at the red fruit and rubbed a finger across it. "I bet it's just mold," he said. "Come on, Chipstick. I'm famished." "But what is it?" I asked. Granddad wrinkled his nose. "No idea, but we can pull it off tomorrow." I looked at the red, spiky fruit that was glowing in my hands, and whether I pulled it a little too hard, or it just chose that moment to fully ripen, one way or another the fruit dropped from the vivid tendril. Looking at it in my palm, somehow I didn't feel like throwing it into the bonfire pile, so I tucked it under my arm before following Granddad inside. Later, when I got home, I put the pineapple-y sprouting fruit on my desk and typed "strange spiky fruit" into the search engine on my computer. Pictures popped up and there it was, right next to durian, which smell like poop apparently, so it was dead lucky we didn't find those. No, here it was, size of a mango, red, spiky, pineapple-like leaves. Definitely what I had sitting in front of me. I clicked on the picture and read the caption. "Pitaya, dragon fruit." Yep. Now, it's easy for you because you know there's about to be a dragon, but I was clueless back then. I mean, if someone gives you a fairy cake, you don't expect Tinker Bell to pop out, do you? So I didn't jump up and down screaming, "Whoopee, I'm getting a dragon!" I just left it on the desk and went downstairs for dinner. And that probably wasn't the best idea, because of what happened next.